Praise the Lord, everyone. This is Evangelist Walesa Norris, and I am coming to you guys with my message of today. And my message of today is trial and error. I know we all have been through some trials. We have all made some errors, right? So I just want to tell you guys to forgive yourself for not knowing what you know now. So many times we beat ourselves down when we make mistakes, right? We found out we did something horribly wrong, or we thought something terribly wrong about someone that was just not true. Maybe from like what our personal situations, things we done been through with other people, or just like inner turmoil, right? Things we are going through and dealing with within ourselves. But once you come to wisdom, right? Once you go to God, or once God puts somebody in your path to open up your eyes, to open up your spiritual eyes, to give you knowledge, right, on how to respond, how to act, how to be, you have to forgive yourself, because sometimes you wouldn't know unless you may go through trials and errors, right? Because sometimes God has to give us that humble pie. I know I've been through a lot of trial and errors in my life. This is how I found out that God was real, right? It wasn't from a church, it wasn't from a pastor. It was personal experience with God, especially when I was out young and just, dealing in my mess, making mistakes with my money, not spending my money well, not just making good decisions. And when I was so prideful, right, or things came down on me, I had to look at God. I had this footprints picture, right? Y'all know the footprints picture of the Jesus holding the lady walking in the sand. And I didn't go to church at this time when I first started having my trial and errors, but that was kind of like my church looking at that picture. So when God would sit me down to break my pride, to bring me back to a place of humbleness and appreciation for the things He had already given me or have done for me when I had got completely off course, I would look at that picture, right, in sadness and in sorrow. But I knew to cry out to God, and every time I cried out to God, right, He came through and helped me. But I had to go through that process so many times. So don't beat yourself up when you fall short, right, or you do something wrong, but you do want to get back on the right track, right? This is why you have to ask God for wisdom, because who want to keep going through trials and errors? Some things you just can't avoid. You're going to have to go through that, especially as a child of God. We know that it is good and evil out here, and sometimes we encounter evil, things that we can't explain, we don't understand why, but God got you, right? But some things it's our fault. So you have to go to God and ask for wisdom if you're tired of going through certain things that you have caused, or you hadn't had an open mind or understanding. So God led me to